Hello and welcome to today's web class. Today we're going to talk about the 5 tools you can use to help you increase your income and start booking more brides. I first want to commend all of you for showing up today. Not showing up for me, but showing up for you and investing in yourself and your education. I am so excited about today's information, and I really hope that you guys get some value from this so that you can start implementing these tools in your business so that you can begin to increase your income. Now, I want to see where you guys are joining us from. If you can, go ahead and type in the chat box or the comments what part of the country you are attending this web class from. Okay. All right, awesome. Looks like we have some people from all over the country. We have some people from Florida. We have some people from California. We have some people from Texas. We have some people from, gosh, New Jersey and New York. This is awesome. I know there's a lot going on right now in your area. So, well, thank you guys so much, all of you. Oh, looks like we have a couple people from the UK and Canada. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us and taking this class today. And get ready for some great info and make sure you take lots and lots of notes. So I'm going to show you how to take today's interesting information and turn it into transformation in your business. Before we dive in, let me tell you a little bit about myself. A little bit about me. I am Brenda Cotton Waters. I just got married, so I haven't changed my name on some of these slides, but my married name is Brenda Cotton Waters. I'm an award-winning hairstylist. I am founder and host of the Hair Artist Academy and the Hair Artist Academy podcast, where I bring on successful beautypreneurs who tell their stories of trials and triumphs and successes and failures so that others can learn from them. I am CEO. I have my own business. I'm a freelance hairstylist as well as a business owner. I own Gorgeous Strands Incorporated, a hair distribution company that sells and distributes hair extensions throughout the U.S. and abroad. I am a speaker and I am a business coach. I coach my students and teach them how to create, multiple streams of income. It's my passion to talk about that. I also talk to them about how to market and brand themselves in any industry, but I love talking about the beauty industry. So, like I said, I have a special passion for teaching people how to create multiple streams of income. Tapping into the bridal market can help you live a life of freedom by growing your MSI factor. And MSI means multiple streams of income. So today, let's talk about these 5 tools, okay? So I'm going to give you 5 tools to help you increase your income and give you strategies to build, grow, or start your bridal beauty business so that you can begin booking more brides. But first, let's talk about why. Why is it important? Why is it important for you to start tapping into the wedding market? A new study just released by theknot.com, and it released its annual real wedding study, which surveyed 18,000 American couples who got married in 2015. And they wanted to learn about their spending habits. And what they found was the average couple spends an estimate of $32,641 on their big day. $32,000, you guys. And of that, most brides spend an average of $114 for hairstyling services. So throughout the U.S., this is an average of what most brides are spending, as well as an average of $95 for makeup. So I hope that some of you are already tapping into that money right now that's on the table, that's out there. People are ready to just give you money. And those of you who are not, I'm going to give you some tips, tools, and strategies in today's class that's going to help you really start to understand how to tap into the market and start booking more brides. Isn't that Come on, you guys. Like, is that a lot of money? Would that help change some things for you if you were able to charge an average of $114 for one person on their wedding day? Now, I want you to note that this does not include the total cost many bridesmaids spend on their hair. Okay? This is what I call a base or starting price. Okay? Some brides and some bridal hair and makeup artists make upwards of $60,000 a year just working on the weekends. Did you get that? Just working on the weekends, not every single day. So if you guys are already, doing hair or color or cuts, during the week for your clients, your regular clients, imagine adding, bridal hair and makeup services and then doing that on the weekend. There's some people who don't work during the week. All they do is do wedding hair and makeup Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And some people are now getting married during the week. So you could totally take clients during the week. For a lot of brides, it's just a lot cheaper to get married on a weekday. So the secret to being at the top of your game as a hair and makeup artist is knowing how to upsell. Now you can upsell a single bride for hair services well into the thousands of dollars. You can upsell things like, let's say if you are a hairstylist, you could upsell a full day package, products, and my favorite, hair extensions. Many brides want their hair to look full and voluminous on their big day, and often the easiest way to achieve that is by adding hair additions or hair extensions. Now, if you're a makeup artist, we do have some makeup artists and estheticians who are attending the class today. If you are a makeup artist or an esthetician, you can upsell. You can upsell your makeup, eyelash extensions, lash tinting, tattoo cover-up, or airbrushing. However, in order to position yourself as an expert in your field, there are some things you must do. You must have the right tools and strategies in place. So let's talk about the tools. Tool number one is websites. Having a website is imperative to growing your bridal beauty business. If you do not currently have a website, you can get one today, like literally today before the end of this class. And I'm going to show you how to do that live. You can get one today by going to WordPress.com or Blogger.com. These are not sites where you own the domains, but these are sites that you can get up and running right now. Okay, a lot of times people will refer to these sites as blogs, but you don't have to have anything major, anything elaborate if you're just getting started. You just want to make sure you have a presence online. Now, WordPress.com and Blogger doesn't give you much control over what ads are placed on your site, but it definitely gives you the opportunity to have a website, like today if you wanted one. So let's head over to WordPress.com so that I can show you how to set up your site. All right, are you guys ready? Let's see. So give me a second. We're going to head over to, you guys are so excited. I'm excited to see you're excited. I see all of these comments in here. We have some lash extensionists here. We have some hairstylists here who are already doing brides. This is awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit out of our, let's see, exit, and we're going to head over to, so what you want to do is you want to go to WordPress.com. I'm going to go to WordPress.com, and then we are going to set up a website live here, right now. So what you want to do is click on Create Website. Now, WordPress.com and WordPress.org are completely two different sites, okay? I don't want you to get those confused. WordPress.com, is more of a blogging site, and WordPress.org is an actual website where you can create your own custom site. So if you have specific colors and things that you want to see on the site, you can do that a little bit more in detail by going to WordPress.org. But for those of you who are beginners, let's start here. So you're going to head over to WordPress.com, and then we're going to choose, it wants to know what is our website about. So we're going to choose business and services. And then let's see, since we're doing hair and makeup, let's go to general business and services. Now, it asks, what would you like your homepage to look like? And most people, when they're building a site, they don't have a clue. So don't worry, you can just choose one. And then here's the great thing about WordPress.com. It gives you a theme to choose from. So you can choose from any of these themes, right? Now, I just like to do something that looks aesthetically pleasing. Like something like this is really nice. So let's go with Sela. And here's what you want to do. When you are choosing your domain name, you want to be specific. And we're going to go over this in just a second. But you want to make sure you have certain keywords in it. For instance, if I am a hairstylist and I'm wanting to attract bridal hair clients, I want to make sure I have hair in the domain name or bridal in the domain name, and if possible my own name in the domain name. Okay, so for instance, something like Brenda Bridal Beauty, right, that doesn't have hair in it, but it has bridal and it has my name. So let's go with Brenda's Bridal Beauty. Okay, so now it automatically populates and let you know if this is available. And here's what I'm talking about. You don't have an actual domain that you own here on WordPress.com. So your actual .com name is going to be Brenda Bridal Beauty with this last little extension WordPress.com right here. Okay, so when you give people your site, it's going to be Brenda's Bridal Beauty.wordpress.com. Okay, that's the only thing about setting up a WordPress site. Now you can upgrade and get a .com, a .me, .org, anything like that. But if you want to do the free option, we're going to go with this. So we're going to click select. And then we want the free option, right? The free right here. So we're going to click select free. And then it's going to ask you to put in your email address, to choose your username, your password, and you're going to do all of that and just get your entire site set up. So I pretty much walked you through the beginning setup for getting a blog or your website up today. You actually can do this while you're listening to this class and have it up and ready before we end the class today. Okay, so if you have some pictures, you can go ahead and start loading pictures on that site. And we'll go over the 4 things you definitely need to have on your website in just a second. So those of you who are just getting started, or if you're in beauty school, or if you have just graduated, you want to make sure that you have a presence online, and that's having a website. Okay, now for those of you who already have a website, I recommend adding a bridal link to your website. Or better yet, if you're truly ready to focus much of your energy on really growing your bridal business, then I would recommend you set up a completely separate website dedicated solely to bridal hair and makeup. Okay, so if you have, let's just say you have a website right now, or maybe you work at a hair salon and they have a website, and a lot of people believe that if the hair salon has a website, then they don't need one. Personally, if you are a beautypreneur, if you're a hairstylist, makeup artist, fashion stylist, salon owner, not salon owner, but nail technician, massage therapist, it doesn't matter. If you work for a business, you still want to have your own website where you actually can brand and market your own stuff, because guess what? What happens if you move away, or what happens if you go to a different salon? You still want to be able to have a way for your clients to contact you. So, what I recommend is those of you who are really serious. There are some people like, Brenda, I really want to do this. I really want to go into, doing brides months and months and months, or weeks and weeks and weeks at a time. You want to really focus on having a separate site just for bridal hair. Okay, bridal hair and makeup. It could be something like, again, brendasbridalbeauty.com. I don't have a bridal's beauty, but that's just an example. Or if you if you're a makeup artist, you could do weddingmakeupbykim.com. So you guys want to make sure you just put specific keywords that relates to your market. Okay, sites you can use to build your new bridal website. You can use Wix.com, WordPress.org, which we talked about a little bit, Shopify.com, Virlon.com, and Weebly. Some of these are free and some of them are paid, so you want to make sure you choose the one that works best for you. To get your Virlon website, which I love Virlon, talk about it often. To get your Virlon website up and running, they specifically focus on promoting to beautypreneurs and beauty professionals. You can head over to the website that is on the screen right now, and they have put together a special package just for hair artist VIPs. So if you're a hair artist VIP and you want to get a Virlon package, a Virlon website set up for your bridal business, I highly recommend them. And you actually can go there and get your first 30 days for free. Now, another thing that was interesting about the recent study done by the Knot.com is that couples are using smartphones more than ever to plan their wedding. In 2015, the use of smartphones for wedding planning was about 89%. 89%, you guys. So that means that many of the couples, many of the brides who are searching for anything related to their wedding are probably going to be using their smartphone or their mobile devices. Now, what this means for you is you need to make sure when you create your website, it is mobile responsive. Okay, make sure it's mobile responsive. That means that it's easily surfable. I'm not sure if that's a word, that it's easily surfable on smartphones, tablets, and other mobile devices. If you currently have a website and want to know if it is mobile responsive, so potential clients can easily find you and browse your site, there's a nice little tool. And this tool will tell you in seconds if your site is up to standard. All right, you guys want to know what the tool is? It's all about the tools today, right? The tool is Google Friendly Site Test. And here's where you guys get to participate. We're going to actually choose one of you today. And if you guys want to, be a part of this, I'm going to choose one of you today, and we are going to put your site into Google's, we're going to put your site into Google's mobile-friendly site test, and we're going to see if it's mobile-friendly. Who wants to be the brave soul to, if you type your website into the comments or the chat box, I'll choose one, and then I will put it through the site test, and we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. All right, let's see. Just looking here. All right, we got a lot of people coming in. I'm just going to randomly choose one, you guys. Okay, the pressure's on. I'm going to randomly choose someone. All right, so here we go. Looks like I have MissWink.com. MissWink.com. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to Google's Friendly Site Test. Now I'm going to get out of this presentation right now, and we're going to head over to, and here's what you guys can do. You can go to Google, search in the top URL box, Google Mobile Site Test. Okay, and then it's going to bring up a test, and here we go. So let me look back. I think it was Mrs. Wink. Let me find that again here. Okay, MissWink.com. So it's MSWINK.com. Here we go. Are you ready, Miss Wink? Are you ready? Okay, MissWink.com. We're going to press. All you have to do is type in your actual URL in the search box here, and we're going to click on Analyze. So it's analyzing, and the search results should come back quickly. So what's it going to be? Miss Wink, I hope you passed the test. Let's see. Awesome, Miss Wink. Your page is mobile friendly. This is wonderful. And so what you can do is it shows you what your website actually looks like on mobile screens. So if someone is using a smart device or a smartphone, it shows you exactly what they see when they pull up your site. Now, if you actually get on and do Google's mobile friendly test, and it comes back that your website is not mobile friendly, it's okay. It's going to give you some specific details that you need to do to make sure that it's upgraded and it's up to standard. Because what happens if your website is not mobile friendly, it prevents you from showing up on the first page of Google. Okay, so you just want to make sure that everything is up to standard. Okay, your website's up to standard, all of your your information online is correct. You want to make sure that people can easily find you. Now, if your site is not mobile friendly, this could potentially be prohibiting you from showing up on the first page of Google. You want to be on that first page because that is prime real estate. Not many people, when they search for someone, go past the first page. Like, think about the things we search for on a daily basis. Like, even if you're searching for the latest shoes or a specific, piece of clothing or wardrobe, whatever shows up on that first page, very few of us go to the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth page. So a lot of you who are not showing up on the first page of Google, it may be because your website is not mobile friendly, and it's not, up to standard. So if it's not up to standard, it could be causing you to lose lots of potential clients. Now let's head back over and talk about the 4 pages. Let's talk about the 4 pages that you need to have on your website. Okay, the 4 pages you need to have on your website. So if you guys already have a website, or those of you who are going to be creating your website as we talk through this class today, I know a lot of you a lot of you are going to be doing lots and lots of things after this class, because most of the time when I do classes like this, everybody gets so inspired, they get so excited, and it lights me up to see that you guys are excited about the information. So I want to make sure that as you're creating your websites, or as you're going in and changing your sites, you have the appropriate and necessary information listed. Okay, so these are the 4 pages you must have on your bridal websites. Okay, you want to have an about me page, or a bio, or about us. So it really depends on if you are a business, if you are a freelancer, you're going to use about us. Or not if you're a freelancer, but if you are a business, you're going to use about us. But if you are a freelancer, you could use just a link that says bio or about. The second thing you want to have is a testimonials page. This is very, very, very important, because having a testimonials page is your selling point. It is the thing that sells you. 2 things: testimonials, and the last thing that you see on the list is portfolio or gallery. So having these 2 things, that's what makes your brides take action. That's what gives them the inspiration to pick up the phone and call you, or to fill out some information online, or to request more information about your services. Those testimonials and portfolio and gallery. The other thing you need to have on your website is a contact page. Now, your contact page could be a basic page with your phone number, or an email address, or a contact box where people can actually type in questions, or whatever it is that you need to make it easy for people to be able to contact you. All right, so if you guys do not have a portfolio or a gallery on your website, not your social media page, not your Instagram, not your Facebook, not your LinkedIn on your website, if you're not doing this thing, this is the one thing that could be preventing you from attracting more bridal clients. So you have to make sure you have a portfolio and a gallery on your website. There's some of you who have have pictures there, but you haven't even updated them. Okay, so today, after today's class, I want you to make sure you go ahead and update your photos and your pictures, and make sure they're current, and anything new that you've done, make sure you add those as well. So let's talk about the second tool. Okay, the second tool, we mentioned that in the last slide there. The second tool is having a portfolio. Again, it's important to have your portfolio in lots of different places, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. You want to have a portfolio because your pictures are not just worth 1,000 words. They are worth, yes, $1,000. $1,000, you guys. It is vital that you have professional, top quality photos in your portfolio. Your portfolio can be in print or it can be online on your website. I prefer and recommend that my students have both. Okay, I want you to make sure you have a digital portfolio online as well as a physical portfolio that is in print. And a service that I recommend to produce your portfolio or your lookbook, as some people call it, is Shutterfly. Shutterfly is a great resource for actually getting all of your pictures together. So with Shutterfly, you can get a hardcover photo book showcasing all of your photos. It's simple and easy to use, professionally done, and presents a great first impression for your bride-to-be. Now, the reason you want to have a professional hard copy portfolio or lookbook of your work is that it will give your clients a first-hand look at your work. It also will help you give her ideas of hairstyling and makeup looks. If done right, you guys, once your potential bride-to-be looks at your portfolio, she will be jumping at the opportunity to have you style her hair or do her makeup for her special day. Some of you may be saying, but I don't have any professional photos to put in my portfolio. No worries, no worries. I'm going to outline some creative ways you can build your portfolio and just a little, with just a little inspiration. So I'm going to show you how you can do this. And, maybe some of you want to just freshen up your book, or maybe some of you are just getting started. You don't have any pictures at all. I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, there is one thing you need to make sure you have. Tool number three, you want to make sure you have a model release form. All right, a model release form. Some of you know this. If you've been following me for a while, I talk about this often, and you're already informed about what you should be doing. But there are some of you who are new to Hair Artist Academy, and this may be a new concept for you. Now, a model release form is an agreement or liability waiver that gives you permission to publish or post photos of your clients or models. So I know most of us here, or most of us participating in this class, we post pictures online, we post pictures on the website, we put them everywhere, right? We probably are posting pictures of our clients all the time. Now, if you're going to be using your photos to promote your bridal services or products, it's imperative that you have a model release form. So why is it called a release? Because the client or model, okay, so this could be for either your clients that you're doing hair and makeup services on, or a model if you're doing a photo shoot, they release all possible legal claims against you or your salon and gives you permission to use their image in any marketing material for the purposes of promoting your work. Okay, so what does that mean? That means if you want to use your clients' pictures on your website, on flyers, brochures, business cards, billboards, or in videos or television commercials, having this release covers you in the event that the client wants to come back and get compensated, or even sue you for using their photos to market and promote your business. Now, model release forms and even photographer releases are often required by editors of magazines in order to get your work published. There are a lot of you who want to be in magazines. Maybe you're already in magazines, but you want to be in there more. You want to have your work published. You have to make sure you have model releases. That's what many of these magazine editors are going to ask you for before even printing your work in their magazine. Now, I'm going to give you some creative ways you can start to build a professional looking portfolio on a very small budget. So get your pen and paper out if you don't have it out already, okay? So, how to build a professional looking portfolio on a very small budget. Find artists online who already specialize in bridal hair or makeup and reach out to them via email. Introduce yourself. and explain that you're looking to expand your bridal clientele and you're also looking to partner with other talented artists like themselves. Okay, you can include any pertinent contact information with a link to your online portfolio, which we just talked about, or you can give them the direct link to your Instagram so that they can take a look at your work. Let them know that if they ever have a bride who's in need of hairstyling or makeup services, you would be happy to partner with them in order to accommodate the bride. The same holds true if you are a makeup artist, okay? If you're a makeup artist, reach out to other bridal hairstylists and share your portfolios so that stylists can view your work. In the event that he or she books a bride who needs a makeup referral, they'll think of you and possibly refer you to their bride, okay? Also, be sure to mention that you would love to collaborate with them on any upcoming test shoots. Okay, so if there's a hairstylist or a makeup artist who may be wanting to do a test shoot and you've already reached out and connected with them and let them know, and you inform them that you're looking to collaborate with other industry professionals, they may think of you the next time they schedule a shoot. So another thing you could do is you can offer to do complimentary bridal hair and makeup. Okay, I'm not a big fan of doing stuff for free. Okay, I like the word complimentary because typically what I teach in my classes is that if you're doing something or you're giving something of yourself and you're not getting compensated monetarily, you definitely want to get it compensated in some other way. So here's how it works. You want to offer to do complimentary bridal hair and makeup for any upcoming bridal photo shoots, okay? You're going to reach out to photographers because surprisingly, photographers are always looking for great hair and makeup artists who can make their brides look more beautiful. Reach out to these wedding photographers in your area and introduce yourself. Let them know that you're building your portfolio and would love to style hair or do makeup complimentary for their upcoming shoots. And here's the thing, in exchange for photos, okay? You want to do that in exchange for photos. This is how you get professional looking photos for your portfolio. This is the secret, you guys. Another thing you could do is offer to do hair or makeup complimentary for formal wear catalogs, okay? There's some of you who are in larger cities. We have some people here from New York or LA or Miami, and there are businesses, and maybe even if you're in a smaller town, there may be some local bridal shops or some up and coming fashion stylists or designers who are doing photo shoots as well. So reach out to these people, get online, find them, search for them, and people like fashion stylists, like I said, or formal wear companies, bridal boutiques, prom shops, any place that has something that's spectacular, types of wardrobe for special occasions. You want to make sure that you reach out to them and negotiate your services so that you can get copies of photos. So you could say, hey, I'm available to shoot hair and makeup for your upcoming catalog or any upcoming photo shoots, and I would be willing to do this complimentary in exchange for photos. So now you've made a connection with this particular bridal boutique or possible fashion designer who is excited to have someone in the hair and makeup industry who can come and collaborate with them. And this could lead to some bigger things, later as your business starts to grow. But make sure you get those photos, you guys, and that's what you want to include, those professional photos, because usually if they're hosting that photo shoot, they've spent out a lot of money, to get it off the ground and to get some really good photographers so you guys can get good pictures out of it. Lastly, if you feel your skills are not at the level where you feel comfortable approaching any of these professionals I just mentioned, you can perfect your skills on models, okay? This is how I built the majority of my business. A lot of people don't know that. You can find potential models, you guys, and when I say models, I'm not talking about runway models. I'm talking about the everyday woman. You can find them everywhere, right? You can find them in a restaurant, at a park, at colleges, on your local beauty school. And literally just, approach them and introduce yourself and tell them, hey, you're looking for models for a particular makeup, new makeup technique that you want to try out, or there's a new hairstyling technique or updo that you're really wanting to try on someone, and that maybe that person that you're talking to has the exact hair type and texture that you're looking for. So reach out to these people. Now, once you get them in your salon, or maybe you are a freelance artist and you take them as a model, you're going to make sure you take before and after pictures of these models, okay? Take before and after pictures, because these pictures are the most highest converting photos, okay? Seeing someone before with no makeup and no hair, and seeing them after with their hair done and flawless makeup, oh, that is a huge seller. Okay, so you want to make sure you take before and after pictures of these girls or women, and then upload the photos on your website or social media account, but be sure to have them sign a model release form. Not having a model release form is the single biggest mistake that I see new beautypreneurs make. Okay, so what the beautiful thing about all of these examples that I just gave you, you can either go ahead and contact someone who is a professional and volunteer your services that way, and get complimentary photos, professional photos in exchange, or you can go out and you can find your own models, and you could just start taking before and after pictures. At least try to get 5 models a month if you can, and slowly start building your portfolio that way. Okay, now what I also want you guys to understand is that as bridal hair and makeup artists, you have to understand your market. Okay, understanding the market is a key characteristic of great beautypreneurs. It's important to know when to ramp up your marketing so that you can capitalize on the busiest time in the wedding season. According to the knot.com, a recent finding uncovered that summer has long been defined as wedding season, right? Many of us know that, being in the beauty business. However, what they found is that fall weddings are picking up steam and are well on their way to being the newly crowned king season for weddings. Yes, fall, you guys, and that's kind of where we're headed right now. We're heading into fall, so this is a great time to start building your business and expanding your reach and branding yourself as a bridal hair and makeup artist. So September to December to increase, they're starting to see an increase of the amount of weddings that are being planned. Number 4, tool number 4 is having a contract. This is the most important tool of all, okay? Contracts are a binding agreement outlining certain legal guidelines between you and your bride-to-be. It details the stipulations of your services for the wedding day, and asking pertinent pre-trial questions before booking your bride-to-be and having them sign a legally binding contract is a surefire way to avoid booking cheap bridezillas who only want to nickel and dime you or negotiate on the price. How many of you get those people? I started to get those people early on in my business before I discovered these strategies that I'm teaching you today. You have to make sure you ask the pertinent pre-trial questions, and you have to make sure you seal the deal with a legal contract. Now, your contract should include a booking clause detailing your prices, a liability clause, and pretty much a liability clause kind of releases you from any issues that the bride may have. Say, for instance, if you're a makeup artist and you use a specific brush and the bride is allergic to it, it kind of releases you from being on the line for that. You definitely want to make sure that you do any type of skin test or patch test to make sure that they're not excuse me, that they're not allergic to any of the products that you're using. Now, you also want to make sure you have a deposit or retainer clause. You want to have a travel clause stating your travel fee, a payment clause detailing how you accept payment, a cancellation clause stating your cancellation policy. These are very, very important things to include in your contracts. Now, you also have to have, this is the main thing that you want to make sure you have on your contract is a place for your client to sign or date. Now, your contract can be a hard copy or a digital copy. Tool number 5, automation. Automation is amazing. It is amazing. Automating your services is a great way to scale your business. It helps you get more done. For instance, there may be times that a client contacts you from, let's say, another state or even another country, right? Because there are a lot of you here who are taking this class and you want to start traveling, right? You want to expand your reach. You want people not just in your local town or city to know your name. You want the world to know your name, right? And they should, as they should. So let's just say someone contacts you from another state, and you conduct a pre-trial phone conversation to determine the needs of your bride to be. Once you have asked the appropriate questions, you can then provide them with a contract and an accurate price quote. Because they are not in your area, they may not be able to physically come and sign a contract. This is where automation, this is where the magic of automation comes in. You can email your bride a hair or makeup contract, and they can sign it with a digital signature. You're going to also want to get an initial deposit to reserve their appointment. There are some great apps and programs that you can use for payments and digital signatures. And 2 of those that I recommend, one is 17hats.com. Another great one is honeybooks.com. Automating and systematizing your business is one of the fastest ways to begin creating multiple streams of income. Utilizing the tools we covered today, you guys, will help you attract more brides and get booked months in advance for your bridal hair and makeup services. So what we're going to do now is we are going to go over your questions. I know a lot of people have questions, and I'm going to answer those for you right now. And so just give me a second if you had any questions that you typed in as we were going over this. Thank you so much. And those of you who have them now, please go ahead and type them in the comments for me. So, all right, lots of questions coming in. All right, here we go. So let's see. Darius asked, can you put your model release in your initial wedding contract? Absolutely you can. Some people like to use just a very short and just trying to go through and make sure I answered all of your questions. You know, to the point wording. It doesn't have to be a full page. It could just be like, by signing this contract, I am agreeing to allow, XYZ business use this for, use my pictures for marketing purposes or something like that. You could do something basic like that if you wanted to, or you can do an entire page for your model release form. Could you do an online consultation? Absolutely. I do this often. I love doing online consultations. It just makes it so much easier, especially if my brides are out of town. And again, back to that Bridezilla factor, it really helps weed out a lot of people. You can see in your initial consultation, how many people are serious, right? You want to make sure that when people are contacting you for your service, your time is valuable, right? You don't want to waste your time on someone who's just like, oh, I'm looking for something cheap. No, we don't do cheap. Right? We do quality and we charge for it. So you want to make sure that in your consultation, you ask your online consultation forms, you ask the appropriate questions so that you can see. A lot of times when a person gives you their answers, you can see if they're serious or not. You can see if like, I don't know if I want to work with them. And that's kind of how I do it. Not only are they hiring me, I'm kind of interviewing them as well to see if they're a good fit. So I may not always take every single person who reaches out to me. I may refer them out to someone else. Are bridal shows really helpful? Absolutely. Bridal shows is what I recommend you guys do. If you are someone who's already been in the industry and you're really trying to up your game, I was amazed when I got married this summer and I started going to all of these bridal shows. I was blown by the absence of hair and makeup artists. I was blown away. I was like, oh my God, there are vendors here, there are venues, there are florists, there are caterers, there are DJs, there are photo booths, there are, wedding designers, there are florists, you name it. All these people are here. Where are the bridal hair and makeup artists? Like, so having a booth at one of these bridal shows, yes, highly recommend it. And if you're in a place in your business where you're like, you don't want to necessarily invest that initial amount of money to pay for a booth by yourself. See if, again, go back to strategic partnerships, which what I teach a lot at Hair Artist Academy, and see if you can partner up with someone else who has a booth, um, at a bridal show, so you guys can maybe split it. Sometimes they let you do that, sometimes they don't, but I did see that a lot at the recent bridal shows that I attended. Let's see, let's go over some more questions here. Looks like, should the bridal website be under your business name or your own name? Did I just answer that? Or are you talking about your actual website? Are you talking about your personal website? All right. How do you hear about bridal shows? You can just Google online, go to our lovely Mr. Google. He always has all the answers, and just search for bridal shows in my area. If you do a search for that, you're probably going to find hundreds of listings for bridal shows, because the wedding industry is big business, as we talked about in class today. So there are people everywhere in different states and different cities hosting shows, and I highly recommend that you either attend one first just to see what they're about, or inquire about being a vendor for these shows. Okay, let's see. Okay, under your wedding site, Kim, yes, you want to make sure you have your website under your business name. Now, you could do one or two things, completely up to you. If you want to brand yourself, if you're going to be the face of the business, let's just say you're a hairstylist or a makeup artist, and it's going to be, bridalmakeupbykim.com, you can brand yourself as that. But if you've already set up a DBA, doing business as name, then you have actual business name that you're going to be branding and growing and doing business under that name, you can actually create your website using your business name. Okay, we're going to be wrapping up pretty quickly here. Do I have any more questions? Any more questions at all? You guys were great. Y'all were really active and participating in all of the information here, and I've been getting some great feedback. Awesome. Well, I just want to thank you all so much for investing in yourself and showing up for this class and participating. It's very important that as beautypreneurs, if you want to build and grow a successful business, that you educate yourself. You continually learn new things. That's how the best of the best in our industry stay on top of their game, because they never stop learning. So I want to commend all of you for being here today, for asking questions. And until next time, live your purpose, pursue your passion, and be the prosperous beings you were born to be.